Okay, so this is like the best run that I have ever done, and it's also the worst speedrun I've ever done, right? Because this is the only speedrun that I have ever completed. I mean, I have done countless attempts, but every single time I just fail. I either die in the nether or I die in the overworld. This is also the first run in which I got to nether. I have been trying to speedrun for a while, and I think I started like last year after seeing Rakrab do that, but I was just bad, okay? And then I gave up. But as I saw Ludwig speedrun, and I was like, I mean, if he can do that, then I can do that. And so I started speedrunning. But I feel like I need to get good. I'm really bad. Okay, another thing, uh, I didn't have a mouse. I mean, I had a mouse, but the right and the left click weren't working. So I was using Q to place blocks and C to break blocks. So as you would see in this run, it was really trippy because I had to use the trackpad to craft the stuff. I mean, it looks like I'm using a mouse, but I'm actually just using keybinds to place blocks. As you can see, I had Q press, so I accidentally placed the string there. Now I don't remember how the run went. I recorded this like 5 days ago, but it went pretty bad. Like the overworld was pretty good, I think. The nether was bad. I mean, the seed was okay. The bastion was close by, but the fortress was really far away. And sometime later in the run, I just got so bad at the game. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's my game sense, if it's the fact that I'm using E to break blocks and Q to place them, but something just snapped and I got so much worse. Maybe I was tilting due to the time that it took me. I don't know, but as you will see, I get really bad. Now from the desert temple, I got 5 iron, which is not enough for a bucket and a pickaxe because I need the pickaxe to mine the gold. So I decided that I was gonna use the TNT to kill the iron golem and also break some hay bales because I need food. Now I thought about getting the beds, but I was like, I can probably get them when I get the string from the bastion. I also crafted an iron axe because I figured that the iron golem will drop at least 4 iron, which would be enough to craft a pickaxe and a bucket. I could have died here. Oh my goodness. I'm just seeing this now. It's like if I wasn't on the edge of the block, I would have died because I was only 2 blocks high. I wasn't 3 blocks high. I only got a single hay bale from the first one. I think I missed some. I mean, as you can see, the crafting is really slow because I'm using the trackpad to craft while I'm using my mouse to play the game. So I just have to keep switching between the two. Here I thought that I should go in the ocean and then go down because then I will have to break less blocks. But I think it would have been better if I went in a cave because then I would have more chance to find lava. Also, some of the screen is cut off. I don't know. I think I set the recording wrong, or maybe because it's the resolution of the screen. But you cannot see chords. You cannot see half of the chords. Finding diamonds here was really lucky. think that diamond sword really helped me with the run. Also, I got really lucky with the lava. Like, I am already going in the nether and it's only been 5 minutes. A sub 6 nether is really good. Placing the lava felt much faster when I was actually doing it. But looking back at it, I'm like really slow. What am I thinking? It took me a while to make this port as well. Now here I'm just, I think I'm just wasting time. I don't know why I placed that sand down. Here I was thinking whether I should make a axe or a pickaxe, but I decided to go with the axe because I felt like it would help me with fighting mobs. Even though I will primarily use a sword because it's just faster, but axe does more damage. So I almost died here because I'm still not used to placing blocks askew. With that was close. I actually don't remember how I found the bastion because I don't know how to use the E-ray thing. I always get it wrong. And here I didn't even try to get it. I'm just going for it, I guess. I can get a ton of blocks because I have TNT. But I don't know if I do that here. Okay, we are placing blocks. There's literally nothing to commentate on. I guess in the meantime I will tell you about my Minecraft story, my journey. So I started playing the game back in like 2018, I think. It was either 2018 or 19. I mean, that's when I first started playing multiplayer. And I played on this server called Abyssal. It's closed now, and it was like a lore based server with dungeons and custom bosses. And I made a friend there. I think his name was Ashish_1. And like sometime later, he just disappeared. I don't know where he went. I tried finding him, but I couldn't find him. I don't know how to find players because like it was a cracked server, right? So you could have any username. Like he didn't have an actual Mojang account. Anyway, so as I and like after he left, I continued playing on the server until like 2021, and I think that's when the server died. Maybe it died in 2020. I'm not sure, but the server did die. After the server died, it came back, and then it died again, and then it never came back. I mean, to this day, the server is still dead. So there, I did make some friends, but I didn't use Discord back then. So all of them just disappeared because the server died. And then I started playing SMPs with my friends, and I think we were playing on a server called Branches, and there were a lot of hackers there. Like at the end of every season of the server, there would be a final war, and in every single final war, we would just lose to hackers. And I kind of got frustrated on that, and I started hacking. Like straight up, I installed a hack client, and I started hacking, and we still lost. They just are better hacks, man. What can I say? Anyways, once my SMP era was over, that's when I started speedrunning in like 2024, and I did good, but I never got past like the nether. I think it's because I was playing in the newer versions instead of the older ones, and because of the difficulty of the game, I just kept dying to piglin brutes, and I kind of got tired of speedrunning, and I just stopped doing it because like I didn't really knew how you do a speedrun, right? Like it would just take me like half an hour to get to the nether. I didn't look for seeds, I just did that randomly. I mean, even now I do it somewhat randomly, but I still try to find good seeds. Like, for example, this seed, this was a bad nether. I mean, it wouldn't have been a bad nether if I had a E-ray counter, but without a E-ray counter, I'm just running around in circles. Like, there is no gameplay in here. I'm just running around hoping to find a bastion. And like, if you don't see a bastion once you enter the nether, you should probably quit the run. Like, you should walk around a little and then you should just quit the run. Like, here I had nothing. I had no reason to continue the run. No blocks, no bastion inside, nothing. Yet I still continued the run, which is I think part of the reason why I quit my old speedrunning thing, because I just rage quit it, right? I was just tired of doing this again and again. I never even learned how to make the portal. Like I just dug a hole, I placed the water, and that's how I made the portal. I do that still, but I do know how to make the portal. I just don't do that in caves. But for open terrain, I at least make the portal. Anyways, after I quit speedrunning, that's when I started to learn how to do speedrunning strats, which I think I made a video about, in which I was just making different kinds of portals with no buckets, and then I kind of got tired of that too. Then I started doing maze PvP, but it also got boring up at some point. And then I started playing Skyblock. I think I got to M3 before quitting that too, and now here we are. I'm speedrunning once again. Also, every single time I enter the nether, I just die to lava. Like always, I accidentally jump to the lava and I die. And I think it's probably because I'm not using a mouse. I'm not using a mouse to right click, because it's so much harder to press Q and look down than to just look down and right click. Because I'm looking down with the mouse, and sometimes I would just right click without even thinking about it, and it would just won't work and I would just die. So I think the Q really did nerf me here a little bit. And the other thing is I haven't played like in a while. I don't remember what the last time was when I played this game. So I am kind of rusty here. But I think I'm doing pretty good. But as you will see later in the run, I made stupid decisions that led to this run being a sub 2 instead of a sub 1. Yo, bro, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm collecting blocks. I mean, the game is in easy difficulty. I could probably take this fight. But like, I cannot press E while pressing W and jumping, which is kind of annoying. So I feel like that's why I was dodging a lot of the fights, because I cannot PvP with E. It's like it's so much harder. I mean PvE. That's what it's called, right? When you fight the mobs. PvP is when you fight the players. Anyways, I think this is where I found the bastion. Maybe I'm not quite sure. I think it was on the right, or maybe I would run for another hour. I'm not sure. Hopefully, I would find the bastion soon. But like that's the thing, right? I don't think the speed was that good. Thinking about it. Oh, this was such a bad moment. Okay, so the game kind of lagged here. Now I wanted to get that gold block, but instead of getting that gold block, I was just running around. I don't know why I even tried to put out the flames. Like fire does nothing to the gold block. Maybe I was putting out the flames to break the block, but I also broke the block with flames right next to it. I don't know. Also, I think it's better to just ignore the mobs instead of fighting them because like they drop nothing good. Here I thought about crafting gold shoes, gold boots. I don't remember what they are called. I think they are called gold shoes, gold boots. Yeah. So I thought about crafting gold boots because I just felt like a bastion was close. I don't know. I'm just running around in random directions. I still haven't found the bastion, by the way. I don't think any sane person would play this seed for so long. Like I don't even know how to eat it. I'm just running around in circles. I don't know. I felt like this run still had potential to be a sub 1 hour, but I made some bad decisions, which led to this run being so long. Isn't it crazy how I think the world record has probably beaten Minecraft twice in the time that I haven't found a bastion? Yeah, you saw that jump? That's how I died in most of my runs. Like I would just jump into lava and I would burn to death. And it kind of got annoying at some point. But like I had to deal with it. I had to complete the run. I don't know why I am in F5 here. Maybe I was trying to summon a bastion behind me. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's the bastion. I think. I think I saw the bastion. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's going in that direction. That's definitely where the bastion is. Uh, yeah. I'm not wrong. I cannot be wrong. Here I thought about crafting a boat, but then I realized I had no wood, and then I saw that basalt pillar, and I decided to use that to go down. And then I saw this terrain here, which I thought was better than the basalt pillar, and I just decided to use the terrain to get down instead of the pillar because the pillar was further away from the bastion, right? And the terrain was going towards the bastion. I feel like if you have food, you can just tank all the fall damage, but I don't know. Now the only now I don't know any routes for bastions. I remember I practiced them like a year ago, but I don't remember any routes. I do know the gold is supposed to be behind the chest. Like you're supposed to mine straight behind the chest, and there you will find the gold. And here I am trying to look for that chest. Unfortunately, I don't remember where the chest is, so I think it took me like a minute to find the chest. Yeah, that's the chest. Here I was just going to mine further out, and then I thought about it, and I was like, let me just get this obsidian from this chest because I forgot where the original portal is, and it's good that I had this obsidian because there was no way I was walking back to my original portal after such a long walk. I also got some armor here, which was nice, but it's also kind of useless since it's gold. but I guess the soul speed would be useful. Here, like, the entire bastion was destroyed by the glowstone, like the entire terrain was destroyed by glowstone, but I had to deal with it. So I guess I broke as much as I could. Now I forgot which block I was supposed to put the piglins in, and every block that I broke led to more gold. And I was like, if I break this and then I break the gold, then they would fall onto me. Until finally I found the correct place to place these piglins, and I thought that let me just trap this one here, dig down, get all the gold, and then I realized that this is completely open. I almost placed lava there, but thankfully I didn't. Otherwise, the run would have ended right then and there. And then I just got the gold, I guess. I don't know what more to talk about. Anyways, I didn't really know. Yeah, I also broke this so the piglins would get aggro and run to me. I also don't know what direction the gold is in. I was just kind of mining it randomly, but I did, I think, find most of the gold. Digging around randomly does work. I mean, it's the Garian method. I threw all the gold in the wrong place. My goodness. What are you doing here, Itachi? Can you not focus? Anyways, I took this gold to bait more piglins. I was so scared. I was like, if I mine this, they will just come killing me. And I was right. They did come killing me. And then now I didn't knew if I hit him, he would get mad at me permanently. So that's the reason why I hit him. But he was just not giving. Like, he was just not taking the gold. He didn't want to trade. So I was just kind of confused there because I thought they traded. I knew they would fight even if you give them gold. So I kind of just stood there. I think I glitched here a little. As you can see, I don't know what I was trying to do. I was punching him in the submission or something. And then I just decided to leave him. And then thankfully he went in the hole. Right? I don't know if he was trading in the hole, but he was in the hole. And it seems like he was trading in the hole. Anyways, I decided to throw all the trash, which I couldn't decide. I don't know, I kept the bones. Did I keep the bones? Yeah, I kept the bones. I also don't have any wood. I should probably get that at some point. I was getting a good amount of obsidian, 7 to be exact. I mean, I already had 5, so I got 2 obsidian. I feel like I kind of got lucky with the obsidian trade, but the pearls were average. I didn't get much pearl trades. I got like a stack and 8, a stack and 12. I was hoping to get 2 stacks so I would travel around faster, but I guess a stack and 12 was enough. I mean, it's a 4 pearl difference. I kept the saddle because I thought I would ride a strider to find the fortress because traveling in the nether was really hard. I also wanted to get more pots, but I just left one pot there. I would probably regret it later. Anyways, I was thinking about opening more chests to get more of the resources, to get more of obsidian, and to get arrows and a crossbow. But then I was like, now forget it. Let's just find this portal. And then I decided that I was going to pearl around the nether to find the fortress. Now, I don't remember how long it took me to find the fortress, but it was like really far out, right? Because I don't know how to find the portal with the C counter, so I'm just kind of going in random directions. So it took like a while. I think it took 10 minutes, but I guess we will see. I hope I didn't miss any portal. I mean, any fortress. If I did, I would probably see it now, but I don't think I did. Now, I was scared to waste pearls because I know that fortresses are rare. I mean, I did a run before this and I found like 7 bastions without finding a single fortress, which are such a bad odds, like such bad odds. Like, how is that even possible? Here, I was thinking whether I should pearl or not. I mean, I think most of my time was wasted thinking about pearling. This feels so long. What's crazy is that I have way longer to go through. Like, there's still at least 7 minutes of me running around. Like, I remember I was left with 14 pearls when I found the fortress. So it took like really long to find that fortress. By the looks of it, I did not miss any fortresses. It would have been sad if I did, but I could have gone faster. I was just debating whether or not I should throw the pearl or not, which was like taking really long. And also, I didn't get much pots, so I feel like I was kind of being stupid here. Like, I was overthinking it a little. But I guess it's better than throwing a pearl into a roof and then just dying. I mean, pro speedrunners would just be spamming pearls, but they at least know where to go. I think this pearl here was a waste. I could have just used the blocks to go up, and the pearl that I did after that, I think this was also kind of bad. I should have gone up and then pearl. I don't know, but anyways, I think this is where I found the fortress. It's like 6 pearls away. Oh no, it's no, it's not here. It's further out. I remember. I don't know why I'm so confused. Like, I'm going left, and then I'm deciding to go right, and then going right, and then deciding to go left. I mean, here's the thing, right? I thought that the fortress couldn't be in Basalt Delta, and it would be in like Nether, whatever this biome is called, right? I thought it would be in either in this biome or the Soul Sand Valley. While I think it would have been better if I just searched the basalt deltas, because I think before, in like older versions, uh, bastions cannot spawn in basalt deltas, or maybe it's a new version thing. I'm not sure. This pearl here was also a waste. I had 32 blocks. I could have built up. I was being lazy. Here I almost died, which is crazy. And I also forgot how to place blocks. And then I remembered I had to place the blocks with Q. So that took a while. I also don't know why my FOV is so high. It's probably to see through walls. I use that a lot to find the lava when I'm half an hour into the run and I'm just digging underground, breaking like 5 pickaxes. It doesn't happen often. It's like very rare, but it does happen. Right? You do get that one extremely terrible luck type of run. Anyways, I think up north is where I found the fortress. I am not sure I remember this. I don't even remember the biome I found the fortress in. I think it was the plain netherrack biome. I could be wrong. I feel like that pearl was a waste too. I should only be using pearls when I have to cover long distances that are surrounded by lava. I also didn't tame a strider. It's something that I want to do in a run. Like I want to use a strider to find the fortress. I am gonna do that someday. I could have done that today in this run, but I didn't. I crossed warped forest earlier. I haven't seen any speedrunners use striders before, so it would be interesting. Mainly because they just get the pearls and they just start purling towards the destination. But I digress. Anyways, I feel like the run is almost over. Um, as you would see after this point, after like the fortress got pretty uninterestful. It was like really boring. I mean, it's already boring, but at least there's some tension involved. You know what I mean? I also got hot tourist destination because I explored every single biome. I also found another bastion, as you can see on the right, but unfortunately I don't need it. You don't have fire resistance, bro. Oh wait, okay. I almost died there. I think I took fall damage. I think because that was an unusual amount of damage. Maybe it was from the pearl and then lava. I'm not sure, but that was an unusual amount of damage. Anyway, here I was considering throwing a pearl, but I was also scared because this would be my last pearl. But I decided, you know what, screw it, because I was so far away from any good terrain. I was like, let's just pearl. Let's just pearl. Now I only have 14 pearls left, and it would become problematic as you would see because I am really far out. So the end portal is also going to be really far away from me if I'm not lucky, right? I can be lucky and I can spawn close to the stronghold, but I probably won't. As you can see my luck find as you can see from my luck trying to find fortresses, I am pretty unlucky, right? Now I do think uh that my end portal wasn't that far out. I think it was 500 blocks, but I didn't knew that because I don't know how to calculate with eye offenders. I just throw them and I just follow them. So here I am just walking by foot because I couldn't be bothered to go look for another bastion. I mean, there was a bastion right next to me. I could have gotten pearls and then used that to travel in the overworld. But I don't know if it would have been faster. I was also running out of pots. I only had two potions, which was a little scary. But I also had a diamond sword. Like, it's nothing to be worried about. I also remember a run in which I was in a similar situation and I died because I ran out of fire resistance. But that won't happen in this run. And I know that because I completed the run. Of course, I know that. Anyways, I'm also almost out of food. I mean, I have like 19 bread, but judging from my gameplay skills, it would be gone in like less than a second. Also, that place just disappeared. It despawned in front of my eyes. Anyways, okay, that was such a bad throw. I wasted a minute of fire resistance. I panic so easily. I panic so easily. I think this here was somewhat smart of me because I normally just throw the nether bricks out into the lava, which I think I also did in this run, but I also kept some after realizing that I could probably use them to craft the blocks. I don't know why I was trying to make the portal there, and I also don't know why I'm trying to hug them when they can only clearly do damage to me when I'm hugging them. I think that's kind of a stupid of me, and I feel like the spear would really change that. Since it's a ranged weapon, I think it's perfect for killing blazes if you are bad at the game, that is. If you are good at the game, then you can kill them without fire resistance. It's not that hard, especially if the difficulty is set to easy. Now, I was really scared mining this floor because the last time I did that, I died with 7 blaze rods. Like, I had 7 blaze rods and it was taking way too long. So I decided to break the floor for the 8th one and 3 blazes spawned and I just died because I ran out of fire resistance and I wasn't fast enough to get fire resistance in my inventory again. But hopefully that would happen in this run. I mean, it probably won't because I have seen the run. But then again, surprises, surprises. Anyways, I think the overall nether was 5 out of 10 or 4 out of 10. I think the nether seed was 4 out of 10. The overworld was uh, I think 8 out of 10. It was a really good seed. It wasn't. It didn't had um, a lava pool, but it had everything else. So I think uh, 8 out of 10 is pretty good. As for the end, I mean, end isn't really about the seed. I mean, I guess the stronghold. I think the stronghold was also. I think the stronghold was probably a 9 out of 10. But as you would see, it took me so long to find the portal. Like, I think I was running around the stronghold for like 10 minutes, which is the same time it took me to find the bastion. And I guess find the fortress. I think I'm starting to see a pattern here. So the average time it takes me to find a structure is between 10 to 20 minutes. Anyway, I don't know why I got 8 blaze rods when I only have it. I have the ender pearls for whatever. I don't know what past me was thinking. Anyways, I decided to get some wood here for bed bombing. I used to be quite good at bed bombing I know you aim for the head and stuff, but I haven't played in a while, and I panic a lot. I'm foreshadowing. Foreshadowing my future performance. I mean, as you can see, my crafting here is really slow, which is because I'm using a trackpad to craft while doing everything else with the mouse. So it kind of gets confusing. And I'm like 13,000 blocks out. It's crazy, no? I like, I ran, what's that? 1,000 blocks? 2,000 blocks? 3,000 blocks? I ran for 3,000 blocks in the nether. I don't think nether was that good. I mean, it's probably because I'm bad at the game, not that the seed was bad. But the seed was also kind of bad because there was no fortress. So I think a 5 out of 10 is a fair rating. As for the stronghold, I would give it a 9 out of 10. But it also took me 10 minutes to find the portal room. You would see why that's the case. Anyways, I am throwing out the string here, which I desperately need for the bow. But I guess past me doesn't know that. Only I do. Anyways, I also found a village here, and I decided to get some food. At least that's what I thought when I first entered the village. And then I kind of got distracted, and then just got all the beds, and I forgot all the food. Like I just only have 8 bread, and I didn't get any more. I just looted whatever houses I could, got their beds, and then I just left. I think I also killed the golem, maybe. I don't remember. I guess we will see if I kill the golem. I mean, I have no reason to kill the golem. I already have iron. If I do kill him, it would be kind of evil of me. Oh no, we are sparing him. Okay. Again, I didn't get any food here, which was the reason why I entered the village. I could already craft beds, and if I couldn't kill the dragon, in like, I don't know how many beds is that? 5, 7. If I cannot kill the dragon in 7 beds, I don't know if I can with 14. Anyways, I tamed this horse here. I feel like getting the horse was pretty smart of me, but what wasn't smart was checking the terrain up ahead, because the horse is completely useless now. It cannot go any further. I got the horse for like 100 blocks, and it took me like 20 seconds to tame it, so I think that was a pretty good waste of time. And then I accidentally threw another pearl because I pressed Q instead of G, because normally I use Q to uh, navigate instead of using it to place blocks. Anyways, I feel like throughout the run I am getting good at placing blocks with Q, but as you would see, it all went downhill. I'm sure you can guess how. I also don't have a bow, so the dragon fight is going to be pretty interesting. Anyways, I continued in this direction for like 200 blocks maybe, and then I found the portal. Oh no, I think it's way further out. There weren't any mountains nearby. It was like in a birch forest. Yeah, that's a birch forest, I think. I think we are close by. Never mind, I don't think we are. Birch spawns in like every single forest. Also, like, it doesn't make sense for random trees to be in specific tree areas. I don't think that happens in real life. Also, just giant mushrooms. I feel like they should make mushrooms rarer, or like make it less rarer but also rarer. But that would kind of mess with the lore because the Mushroom Island is supposed to be poisonous, with every single mob that existed there having died due to that poison. Because no hostile mobs spawn in Mushroom Islands, on Mushroom Island. But they are like also so rare that I think in my years of playing Minecraft, I have only found three or four. I found one like a week ago when I was trying to speedrun. I think this is attempt number 87 or something. And I think I found the mushroom at attempt number 70. I'm not sure though. Anyways, I will speedrun again to get a sub 1 hour probably, and I will also do that with using Q to place blocks, and I'll also get a sub 30 minutes, but I will actually use a mouse instead of using Q to place blocks. I mean, it's not that bad, but PvE is really hard, right? It's really hard to attack with E because sometimes it just doesn't work. Same is true of Q, but at least with Q, it's not as punishing. But in combat, it's pretty punishing. I also tried to open game mode switcher. Oh yeah, it's okay. I accidentally pressed F3 and F4. I was like, why was I trying to open game mode switcher? Did I cheat? Nah, probably didn't. Also, I think I did. This run is definitely getting disqualified for multiple reasons. One being that the left part of my screen is kind of cut off, so a player could be hiding there in creative mode writing codes to the stronghold. But also because uh, I, as you would see, I used a glitch, the composter glitch, to try and find the stronghold portal because it took me like really long to find this stronghold portal. Here I was trying to find the stronghold. I knew I was close by, but I wanted to get an exact block that I could dig down. I didn't want to go around digging down randomly, hoping to find the portal. I also only have 13 ender pearls left. Hopefully, the stronghold will have one at least. And this is not me foreshadowing the fact that I will find a portal with 0 pearls and I will waste a pearl, and that would make me go back to the nether to find another pearl. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Anyways, where does the pearl go? Oh, where does the eye of hundred go? I think it just gets stuck underground or something. I mean, it should just pop out, right? Like, that's what happens if you put gravel on blocks. Or even blocks on blocks on items. Yeah, that's an item, that's not a block. If you put blocks over an item, the item gets dispelled out. But that doesn't happen with the eye of Enders, which means that there's a limit to how far the blocks can go. And thinking about it, Bacon Waffles could have used this feature maybe to create a better way to steal players' items once he has killed them. I don't know. I think I'm thinking too much here. Anyways, so I'm just looking around the thing. I have already found the library, so which means I'm pretty close to the portal. Now you see, I go up. Okay, I look behind me for lava, and then I go up, and then I check this chest. Now this right here, there's only 3 rooms nearby. and I decided to go up instead of going in one of the rooms. Now, this one single decision would change the entire trajectory of this run, because right now it has potential to be sub 1 hour, but like 10 minutes later, and we are digging down to try and see through walls because I cannot find this damn portal room. And even after trying that, I still couldn't find this portal room. This is crazy, bro. This is absurd. And now you might be thinking it was a bad stronghold. No, it wasn't a bad stronghold. You remember the place that we started at? There were three doors, right? One of the door, the iron one, led to the stronghold. And I got so annoyed to a point where I started to abuse glitches. Like I'm just seeing through walls here. I'm using the composter, and I still couldn't find the stronghold. And I also just almost died here, which is crazy. I almost got the Pilzar treatment. Like if I died to this zombie right here, that would have ended the run. But I think going down here was probably for the better, because there was actually a baby zombie up there, and he fell down because I came up later. Because I fought him beforehand, he would have killed me. Anyways, you saw that obsidian? That's the one that I had at the start. As I was saying. Okay, bro, just get it. Okay, just get the food, bro. Alright. Anyways, just down this way. It's the stronghold. I wasted all that time for nothing. All that effort. All that. And I'm dying to silverfish now. Okay. Okay. Just kill the fish, bro. What are you doing? Okay. Anyways, all that effort was spent only to realize that the portal was at the very start. Anyways, I sorted my inventory. I entered the portal with zero pulse to spare. No, I did not run out of pulse and go to the nether. Anyways, now here, I thought it would be a quick battle. I had everything I needed. All the beds. I had all the beds that I could possibly use. Like I could craft even more, which I decided to do here. I decided to craft even more beds. I am building this staircase just in case I die. But I was thinking to myself, just no way I'm gonna die this. Like killing the dragon is so easy. Have you seen YouTubers fight it? Like they kill it under 1 minute. Like the most this can take me is 10 minutes, right? Wrong. It took me half an hour to kill the dragon. The longest part of this run wasn't the nether. It wasn't the overworld. Was the dragon fight. Which is how it should be, right? Dragon fight should be the longest part of the game. But this is not because the dragon fight is hard. This is because I'm really bad at the game. No, I don't know what I thought the shield would do here. The dragon did decide to come forward. I would have been dead. But thankfully that did not happen. And because it did not happen, I would think I can pause plus that. Nah, but I actually think that. I think the pause plus would be pretty easy. Anyways, I don't know. Okay, just break the crystal, bro. Okay, okay, there we go. Anyways, once I broke that crystal, I decided to kill the dragon. Now you might be wondering, why did you break the two crystals? And the answer to that is I don't know. I don't know. I just tried to go for the bad strat at the start. So the dragon was pretty close to dying. There was no reason for me to break those things. Anyways, there is no way for me to middle click. I only have right click and left click. So I was trying to arrange my inventory here, and then a fire charge hit me and I died. Just kidding, I didn't die. But what did happen is what you are about to witness. You are about to witness what happened. I used the final food source that I had. I have like 15 beds in my inventory. I mean 12, but like there's no way I can use this. But what's this? A dragon. The dragon is slightly higher than it should be. And why am I spamming beds? Oh, that's right. I'm panicking. I panicked and I started spamming beds. And I kept doing that even when I shouldn't have. Like, whoa, the dragon is so high, like you can stop it. And then I thought, okay, let's just kill the dragon with an axe. And guess what? The dragon is too high for me to hit because it landed on the damn crying obsidian and then it just escaped. I failed a run. I failed to kill the dragon. And what continued was a disaster. I kept trying and dying and trying and dying and trying and trying and dying and trying and trying and dying and trying and dying and trying and dying and trying and dying until eventually I did it. I completed the run. Oh my goodness. This was such a bad run, bro. This was such a bad run. Oh my goodness. What is this?